Hello, everybody, and welcome to Expeditious Fool Tarot, or you might be watching this on Spiritually Acquitted. I'm putting it on both of the different YouTube videos or YouTube channels that I have. What this video is going to be is this is going to be an explanation of what it is that I do and why I do what I do, right? Now, I know I have, a decent following. I love all of you. You're amazing. But a lot of individuals and a lot of people, both on my social medias, the different platforms, as well as that I meet in life, things of that nature. A lot of people know me for one thing. Now, it's varied depending on the individual. Some people know me as tarot guy. Definitely understand that. Tarot readings are a big portion of my business. Tarot reading is a big part of my life. All of these things are a big part of my life. That's why I've created them into this system that I'm going to talk about. So some people know me for tarot readings. Some people know me for meditation. Some know me for breathwork. And some know me for the 5 Tibetan rites. But truthfully, all of these things combined is my entire process. It's the process of what I would call, my process being the process of the Expeditious Fool, meaning a process to stay in a constant mindfulness state, or as close to constant as we are capable of at the moment, right? And it constantly raises those capabilities by following this process. And that's the reason why I've incorporated it into my life. I would say I've been studying Eastern philosophy, mindfulness, things of that nature, on a serious note for about 15 years. I would say the big progress probably happened within the past 5 years. But throughout that experience, you run into different stages, right? The very first one, once you get interested in it first, which has to happen, is it's an intellectual understanding, right? So then you think you know more. You're like, oh, well, and you do that kind of, self-righteousness that a lot of religions do, at the start of your beginning, that ego trap gets really, really big. But once the Eastern philosophies and the mindfulness understanding really sinks down into your core, and you really start associating almost wholly with that observer, that's when transformation really is able to happen, right? It's not just you putting on a different persona of a spiritual person. That's when genuinely, when you go out, you feel great, right? When troubles happen, you are calm. You're not pretending to be calm, right? And that's when that experiential knowledge really sinks down into the soul, right? And that's when the understanding comes. And that only comes through daily practice. It's true. You have to maintain the vessel in order to have a certain level of energy. Now, on the flip side, everybody's not out there trying to maximize their energy. Everybody's not out there on a mindfulness kick. Everybody's not out there to understand why we're here. Some people are out there to destroy. Some people are out there to have fun. Some people are out there to, do nothing else in this life but, go do drugs or whatever. That's fine. That's their path. That is their soul's expression. Now, does it have to be? No, it doesn't. It never has to be. But it's their choice. And it's always their choice. That's where that free will thing comes in across a lot of religions. It's always their choice. And with my process, by creating, so the process for me, and this is what I found through studying many different cultures, many different religions, many different things. My process that I found is we use breathwork, meditation, the 5 Tibetan rites, and tarot. Those things combined, which I really consider breathwork and meditation the same, it's just different ways of doing it. Again, we could even get picky. The 5 Tibetan rites, that's technically yoga. Yoga is a form of meditation. All of these things lead into that, right? And then even tarot, when you go in depth enough, and you're really looking at the things not just for like a game's sake or anything like that, what happens is the tarot actually comes through and it teaches mindfulness. It'll take an anxious mind, or it can take, with the proper understanding, an anxious mind and teach it how to ruminate productively on its problems versus destructively. It really helps with that shadow work. So it helps the processing and all of the things that attaching and not attaching, but getting to know that silent observer. Tarot helps with a lot of those pitfalls that come after that. You know, the existential dread, the dark nights of the soul, all of those scary things. Tarot can help process through that. And you combine that with your daily mindfulness practices, and what do you have? You have a new healthy practice that will be a keystone habit that will set up for the rest of your life all kinds of new healthy, more positive habits for you, which ultimately give you more focus, more positivity, more clarity, more everything, more muchness in life. It actually brings you to living in the life versus, being the living dead, walking around like a zombie, which is 90% of the population and how they live their life. That's not a judgment. That's reality. And that's how they choose it, and that's cool, because all of them, and this is another thing that also gets confused with a lot of communities like this, is all of them that are not doing the work. That's okay, because they're the ones that push us into situations that go, oh, we need to do work. Got it. So we can't have anger towards that either. We can't have anger towards ourselves. Ahimsa, the first limb of, Patanjali's yoga. It's non-harm towards them, non-harm towards yourself. So I hope all of this gives a better understanding of my entire process. Yes, each one of these things individually work. They do. They work for their individual purposes, and they will work for this same purpose. But combining them all gives kind of a well-rounded perspective, and it gives a well-rounded toolbox that you can utilize at any time. So that's the reason why I've combined all of them into a process that has worked for me, and that's why I've dedicated my life to sharing it with others. All right, everybody, I hope that this helps understand more of me, more of the reasons why I do what I do, as well as more of what you could get if you schedule sessions with me and things like that, what it is you're looking at to receive from the situation. It's not just a quick meditation, this is fine, okay, whatever. It's not just a breath work, no. It's not just a tarot reading. It's me giving you tools for the rest of your life. It's me giving you tools to actually start living your life. And that's the reason why I do what I do, everybody. All right, thanks. Go out there and have a great day on purpose.